Um, there's this, we don't have a lot of pictures from back in the day in 1997. We have some video footage, but there's this one picture that's a black and white picture of at the end of, I think it's our second show. It was at the CSO, the old CSO building. It's a huge hall that's no longer, the building's there, but it's not a big salon or hall anymore. And it was filled with women of color, and it's a huge hall. At that time, it was like, it fit like 800 people, maybe 1,000, which in East LA or anywhere, there's no halls that do that anywhere anymore, really. But it was filled with women of color, queer women of color, allies, friends, family members, everybody in there to full, like, with the energy, like, really busting out the windows in terms of, like, happiness, like, pride, spirit. And there's this picture that's at the end where all these women of color, poets and performers, African American sisters, Sri Lankan sisters, white sisters, Asian Americans and Filipina sisters, all these women who shared their different creations, sometimes came together just for the show and decided to create new things, all on a very political tip, all honoring their ancestors, all honoring themselves and each other. We're just kind of reveling and enjoying that energy. It was like us applauding to the audience, and the audience, it was just all one group. Because that place didn't really have a stage. It had like stairs and a little bit of, it was like a riser, but it wasn't necessarily a stage. So it was really interesting because we were all kind of the performers. And for our events, sometimes there are still oftentimes the audience and performers and that like dichotomy and like separation. But I really feel for a lot of our events, one of the things that we do, if we can, in that space, because we're always transforming non-traditional spaces like a salon or a hall or a warehouse, is to like take away that idea. Again, putting it where todos somos artistas, or we're all artists, that they were able to see their reflection in our artwork or our performances. And so that image, that photo for me, kind of embodies that spirit and energy. All the women are just like, we're all a lot younger at that time, and we're all like, yeah, like, yes, like, just could feel that, So I think that was, there's a lot, but for me, thinking back to the beginnings of Mujeres de Maíz and kind of that energy that when people go to a Mujeres de Maíz and there's like now evaluations and those types of things, now we have people like, what did you think? What would you like to improve? And that, it was just like, that was the immediate evaluation and validation for us all. It was right there. You could feel it. It was palpable, that energy. And it always is. But that was like one of the first times that we felt that a long time ago. And that we knew, like, this is what we're doing. This is what we need to keep doing. This is important.